your true lifestyle.
Good day, everyone. BFF, good day to you.
Good day to you, partner! At good day, mga palangga! Ano
Red
naman
na
ito?
red. At ako
Yes.
BFF, even Valentine's Day was a red.
Of
Because
course. We are happy and we are forever in love with God.
yes. So mga kabyanan, ang rainy season, subong very,
Oy,
rainy season again.
para again.
Makita mo ang ating mga background. Green na green.
May dala pa na isang nagbuog kang gilat. Like you ito ko.
So mga kabyanan, agdagit namon kamo, madamo kami sa kinhanda sa inyo, mga matagong na istorya, mag-feature, dili lamang sa inyong wasuki, iniinalaga, kay Lani Salom Alba.
Kagini si Token Lizaras.
Join us in another episode of
TLS Plus!
Good morning, dear brothers and sisters who are watching True Lifestyle Show. I am Sister Christine Messias from the Daughters of St. Paul. As the world grapples with responding to the COVID-19 pandemic, with its devastating consequences for individuals and communities, a question occupies my mind. How can we find God in this moment of pain and suffering? It is a question that I have been pondering and reflecting in times of my prayer. It is not easy to see God's presence in this crisis. Various stories and experiences were presented to us. We turn on the news and see how saddened the world is while we are all experiencing this pandemic. I feel that the world was shut down. Marketplaces are empty. Our churches, schools, and buildings are closed. School closure brings difficulties for students, teachers, and parents. Churches have to adapt to digital media and provide services online in new emerging ways. Not all churches were technologically equipped to produce worship services online. For this reason, it challenges religious leaders to venture and adapt new means of responding to the needs of the faithful. These are not normal things we used to do, and we are not comfortable to the new ways of doing things. But gradually, we are grateful for the situation is getting better. The pandemic is not yet over. We need to continue masking, physical distancing, ensuring proper ventilation, and hand hygiene. Naturally, we all want it to be over soon. We are all praying for an end to the pandemic and to the other global crises the world is experiencing, such as poverty, war, climate change, natural disasters, inequality, and many more. Saints like Ignatius of Loyola instruct us to find God in all things. Yet, in moments of crisis like the present, we may find ourselves wondering, where is God in all this? It may feel to some that God is absent, but we are invited to be more conscious of God's presence when we are experiencing difficulties, trials, and sufferings. From the letter of St. Paul to the Romans, chapter 12, verse 12, we read, "Rejoice in hope, endure in affliction, persevere in prayer." In our lives, our spiritual growth happened in response to a difficult and painful experiences. So let us not be disheartened for the various crises we are experiencing, but let us be steadfast and persistent in faith to the God who loves us and who knows what is best for us. May we find peace amidst our difficulties and struggles in life. God is close to those who put their trust in Him. Trusting God will strengthen our relationship with Him. In Him, with Him, and through Him, we will have the grace to remain faithful and prayerful amidst our difficulties. If we truly believe in God, we rely on Him.
Kabalo ka BFF, ang atong talagang segment na Dr. Kadakugit sa nabulig sa aton sila nga mga televiews.
Yes, kay damo sila matunan, parte sa lain-lain yung mga masakit.
Yes. And this time, we are very glad na panibago naman na tobiko ang aton na i-present sa aton sila mga sulit.
Yes, and I'm also excited about it. Kay I'm learning a lot from our good doctors.
Nagyari ang aton segment, The
The
Doctor is in.
Greetings sa inyo nga tanan dira nga gatan-aw sang TLS. And congratulations to our host. Thank you for inviting me to be part of your show today. So today, I hope that everyone will be able to learn more or will be more informed about menopause and andropause and be prepared more for it. Kay daw tanan gid kita sina, hindi lang nga daw, no? Kundi tanan gid kita ya makaagigid sang menopause or sa mga lalaki, andropause. So ano bala ini? Ano bala ang menopause? Ano bala ang andropause? So when you say meno, that means or that pertains to the menstruation sang babayi. So kung pause, o ti daw pause, gauntat. So when you say menopause, nag-untat ang inyong menstruation. So obviously, this only happens to female, sa mga babae lang nagakatabo. And you can only conclude nga ang babae nga na naga-menopause na gid if for 1 year wala gid siya ginabtan sang regla, no? So there's no menstruation whatsoever for 1 year. Kung may abot-abot pa nga mga menstruation, laka-laka, no, in a year, that's still part of perimenopause. Perimenopause. So, how do you say naman, saan o bala ikaw ma-start sang or ma-expect nga mag-menopause kag mag-perimenopause? So, a rough estimate would be that your first year of menstruation plus 30 years plus 6 to 10 years. Amo na ang menopause. So, example, you started your menstruation at 10 years old. So, expect mo nga ma-perimenopause ka na or masugod na nga maka-feel ka na sa mga symptoms of an impending menopause by the time you are 40 years old. Kaya 10 ka nag-start plus 30, 40 years old, no? And then, kay mga 6 to 10 years ang perimenopause. So, mga 50 years old, kagid mauntatan sang regla or ma-menopause ka na gid. So, what are the signs and symptoms of perimenopause and menopause? Aside from irregular menses or wala na gid menstruation kung menopause na gid, no? No menstruation for a year. Pwede ka muna nga makabatsyag sang mga night sweats, no? Gapla malhas ka sa gabi, nga bisan nga gakinurog na ang iban mo nga mga kaupod, you yourself are having night sweats. Or you can have hot flushes. That means that some parts of your body feel very hot or you just feel very, very warm. Ito kainit gid, even if ang aircon grabe nakabaskog. Or you may have vulvovaginal itchiness and dryness. So dito sa private part, sa dalom, sa vagina, gamalana. So kay malana siya, tiga pangatol. So, and of course, when you have intercourse, masakit, no? So, masakit. And that really happens during perimenopause because your estrogen levels are already decreasing. You may also have sleep disturbances, hindi na ka makatulog sang maayo, no? Because we also need estradiol specifically affects the production of melatonin. So kung wala ka kayo sang estrogen, wala ka kayo sang estradiol, wala ka man sang ma-produce mayo nga melatonin that helps you sleep at night. You can also have impaired memory or malipaton na, no, poor concentration, or you can also go into a depression or anxiety. Ano naman niya ang andropause, no? So before I teach you how to handle the menopause and the perimenopause, let's also be kind to the men so they can also understand, because they also go through a menopausal stage, and that's called andropause. And to them, it comes earlier. So during the midlife is 40 to 60 years old. So amo gani gahambal nga midlife crisis, no? Ang mga lalaki gaagi sa midlife crisis. And this is because their testosterone during this time are starting to decline. So during midlife or during andropause, ang testosterone na in charge, no, sa sperm production, sa sex drive, sa bone health, sa muscle integrity, sa hair growth, gapanaog kay tungod dira though si general dira sa dalom hindi nakahansalot sang tudo-tudo. So that's because of the decrease in testosterone. And some of the men, when they undergo andropause, they may also have enlargement of the breast. So gadako ang ilang nga breast, no? So daw gaka-conscious na gid sila da. And their self-confidence goes down kay nga wala nagatindog si general da sa dalom, or nga aga develop akong di nga breast nga hindi man ako babayi. And also because their muscle mass decreases, so amo pagid na daw ga question na silang ano na ini, ano na gwapo pa bala ako, macho pa bala ako. May mga questions sila, so that leads them to have to go through the midlife crisis. Plus, gakakakalbo na sila, no? Ga-receive na ang ilang mga hairline. Ito ang testosterone is in charge of that. They also have difficulty remembering things and they become anxious about it. So, ano na lang ang himuon ta? So, not to worry, even if all of us will go through menopause or andropause in our lifetime, may mga paagi. So, you can survive through it. It's not forever man eh. So, you can stabilize by eating a healthy diet. So, meaning, hindi na malatambok, no, ang inyong mga kaunon. So, limit your fat and cholesterol intake. Instead of meat, take more fish. No? Kay fish, eat grains. So, kanon or wheat or fruits, vegetables, no, green leafy vegetables especially. And mag-inom gid sang madamo nga tubig. Ensure that you take in sufficient vitamins and minerals, especially calcium, zinc, vitamin C, D, and E. Then stop also nicotine. You know, it will help. Not only will that help in lowering down the symptoms that you will feel from menopause and andropause, but it also can keep your bones intact. No? Hindi ka mo mag-osteoporosis. Stop alcohol, stop prohibited drugs like shabu, marijuana, untatan na. No? And for the female, you can drink 1 glass of soya milk daily. For the males, you can take 1 tablespoon of raw ginger, ang ano bala, luya. Number 2, to help you relax, mag-pray kang mag-meditate adlaw-adlaw. So because researchers have shown that prayer lights up the brain. And remember, when you are depressed or anxious during menopause, perimenopause, andropause, your brain can go brown out. So prayer really works. Pray morning and night. Number 3, mag-exercise. Gid tuwing umaga. Not only does it firm up your muscles, which starts to waist or inang balang amat-amat na siya dula kung perimenopause kita or menopause or andropause. So mag-exercise gid adlaw-adlaw. Number 4, avoid mga hot flash triggers, no? So these are for the girls. So caffeine, alcohol, spicy food. So these are the substances na may caffeine. Avoid gid ina. And the last tip that I can give you is keep yourself cool. So dress in layers. Para nga kung hot flash ka, tekakson mo ang bayo. Kung natugnawan ka, ibalik mo lang ang mga layers. No? So just layers and sleep in a cool room. Make sure nga may electric fan or may ventilation gid. That way, menopause, andropause will be easy as 1, 2, 3.
If there's one thing in our midst, a sanctuary for the travelers, a second home you can call your own. The food and service at its best will make your stay an unforgettable one. Saltimbocca, a place closer to your heart, where everyone is a family and everyone is a friend. Boca Tourist Inn. For inquiries, call 433-3179.
Hello, Plangga Alma, Concepcion. Isa
Hi,
sa
Token.
pinakamaganda na artista at beauty queen.
Hindi naman.
Kumusta
Basta,
ka naga?
hello sa mga TLS viewers at saka
Yes.
si kay Lailani Alba.
Yes.
Kumusta?
Yeah.
Kumusta?
Ay, nako, ito ga, I'm so happy na you said yes to us. At I'm so happy to see you kasi I miss you so much. Ang tagal na nating hindi nagkita. If you remember, nagkita tayo doon kay Baby Go.
Yes,
Diba? Yun.
yes.
Yun ang last nating
Grabe.
pagkikita. Ga. Tapos nag-uwi ako dito, nag-pandemic. Okay?
Mm-mm.
Sige. O sige, Ga. Let's start our interview. Okay, Ga. Please tell us, sino talaga si Alma Concepcion as a private person, as a beauty queen, and as an actress?
As a private person, actually, sa mga kababata ko, yung talaga nakakakilala sa akin simula nung bata pa ako, alam nila, sa barkada namin ha, ako yung pinaka hindi maarte. Ako yung pinaka cowboy. Kunwari mag-out of town kami, ako yung pwedeng matulog sa sahig. Ako yung hindi namimili ng pagkain. Kahit ano, kaya kong kainin.
Wow.
Bilang pribadong tao, normal na tao lang ako. Like, pagising ko, iwawalk ko yung dog ko, naglilinis ako ng bahay, naglalaba ako. Hindi lang ako gifted sa pagluluto talaga. Parating nasusunog yung niluluto ko.
Parehas tayo, Ga.
So, bilang artista, well, yun yung nakikita ng mga tao. Yung nakikita sa akin ng mga tao. Kaya nga ako, nagpapakita sa inyo ngayon na talagang, eto, itsura ko araw-araw, as in, lang ako, isang kaligayahan ko, masaya ako naglilinis ng bahay, masaya ako naglalaba. yun ang na-discover ko nitong pandemic. Actually, first time ko na i-challenge yung sarili ko na hindi maging dependent sa ibang tao pagdating sa paglilinis at paglalaba. It's my first time. And
Talaga
I
ga.
love it. I
Wow.
love it so much.
Ang sipag mo,
Na-enjoy ko.
Langga. Oo, so ga, tell us briefly about your family. Ilan ang anak mo?
Ang mom side ko, Cebuana.
Mm-mm.
Ang mom niya. Tapos naman, ang dad side ko is from Pasig. The Conceptions from Pasig.
Okay.
Ngayon, kami ay 4 na magkakapatid. Ako yung ako yung pangalawa. Yung panganay namin, si Kuya Alan, nag-Mr. Pogi dati ng Itbulaga.
Wow, nasa
Male
jeans.
attraction. Male attraction dancer. Ako yung sumunod. Yung sumunod sa akin si Albert, isa siyang flight attendant ng Philippine Airlines.
Wow.
Tapos, yung bunso namin, kasama ng mami ko sa Amerika. Yung kasi middle name ko Carvajal, sila yung pioneer yung mga Carvajal na Spanish, sila yung pioneer sa mga stage play or zarzuela nung panahon ng Kastila.
Okay. Ga, may ilan ang anak mo? Ilang
Isa
taon sila?
lang.
Ilang taon siya, babae or lalaki?
Lalaki siya, graduating na siya sa this year or next year, 22 years old, mag-graduate siya sa New York, sa Fordham siya.
Wow, ga, ang galing naman, Langga. Ano yun, ga, nga, para malaman ng lahat ulit, yung sinalihan mo, Miss International ba yon?
Okay, 3 times ako naging Miss Philippines. Una, Miss Hawaiian Tropic. I represented the Philippines in Hawaiian Tropic, Florida, Hawaiian Tropic International in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Okay.
Second, Miss International finalist and Miss Friendship. Miss International 1994. And yung huli ko po is Miss Grand Universe 2019. Nanalo tayo doon ng Philippines. So, ako yung naging representative ng Philippines. It's a single mom and married women contest. And also, may 3 categories. Single mom, married, tsaka yung classic, yung 45 and above.
Okay.
Ayun.
Ano ang nauna? Ang pagiging actress mo o ang pagiging beauty queen mo? At kailan ka nag-start as an actress?
Actually, bago ako naging beauty queen, nasa ramp commercial print ad and stage acting na ako.
Okay.
Tapos, nauna yung ramp commercial print and stage acting. And then, napunta ako sa pageants. After ko manalo ng Binibining Pilipinas, doon ako na-offer ng Regal ng pumasok yung movies after.
Okay, ga. Ano yung unang pelikula mo at sinong mga nakasama mo?
Yung una kong movie was Massacre Files with Joan Quintas and Rochelle Parameda. And then, yung second movie ko, yun yung talagang nagpa-take off sa akin. It was Sa Ngalan ng Pag-ibig with Christopher De Leon and Lorna Tolentino. Doon ako nagkaroon ng mga nominations sa second
napanood ko
movie.
yun. Kasi ang ganda-ganda ng movie. Napanood ko yun. So ilang taon ka nun, ga? Nung
yung
nag-start ka?
18.
Oh, baby ga.
17
Hanggang
yet.
But you never age, ga, no? The same ka pa rin. Hindi ka tumatanda. Anong sikreto, ga?
Yes, it's actually dati 'di ba kung kilala niyo ako from before, very morena and rough yung skin ko. Ngayon ito walang makeup. It's because I discovered Beautyderm na naging business ko. So they can visit para sa mga televiewers, they can inquire sa Facebook Queen Alma Beautyderm. Just type Queen Alma Beauty. Queen Alma Beauty. Ito yung itsura niya, pakita ko.
Oh, sige, ga.
Yan. Queen
Alma Beauty Derm. Okay, ga. Thank you for telling us about that, Kasi, syempre, maraming gagamit niyan mula ngayon.
Ito yung before and after ko.
Wait. Ga, Pero, maganda ka noon, kahit noon. Kaya lang, mas maputi ka ngayon, Langga.
Mas
Wow!
malinis yung skin kasi yung Beautyderm, hindi ka na magpapa-facial, hindi ka na bibili ng foundation, hindi ka na
Sabon na lang.
magpapa-derma. Set siya.
Ah,
Set.
okay.
So, nung na-discover ko yung Beautyderm, nasabi ko, wow, pati hindi ka na rin magpapa-cauterize sa ultimo
Oo.
warts na
Ano pang other passions mo at hobbies? Lalo na nung nag-lockdown tayo, Prangga. Yung hindi tayo
Oo.
nakalabas. So anong ginawa mo, ga? Hindi ka ba kahit na paano, hindi ka ba nalungkot? Hindi ka ba na-depress katulad ng ibang kilala ko?
At first, na-depress ako, natakot ako, marami akong iniisip kasi yung anak ko nga abroad.
Oo.
Actually, sobrang nakakatakot nung March 2020, nung nag-a-announce si President Duterte. Kausap ko siya sa phone. Sabi ko, take the next flight. Take the next flight.
Sa anak mo, ho.
So, kasi pag nag-lockdown, hindi ko na alam kung ano
Oo,
mangyari.
tama.
Tapos sabi niya, tumatawag ako dito sa
Oo.
Philippine Airlines sa landline. And
Oo.
then tumatawag siya sa US, sa
Oo.
Philippine Airlines.
Oo.
Sabi ko, kung sino makauna sa atin, take it. Tapos nun, nag-announce si Duterte around 10 p.m. Gabi yun, di ba?
Oo, tama. Lockdown.
Alam mo, ginawa ko habang nasa phone ako, dumiretso ko sa airport kasi meron
Wow.
ticketing doon.
Iba talaga ang
Nag-drive
ina.
ako. Mm-mm.
Oo, nanay talaga, ga. Ay,
He was able to come home, kaya lang pag-uwi niya, may ubol at lagnat. Wala pang testing
oh my
noon.
gosh.
Everyday may surprise
Oo.
Una, ubo, tapos lagnat. Siya. So, nakakabaliw talaga yung, on the 5th day, parang napansin ko, okay na siya. Tapos nun, so after nun, bumalik na naman siya sa Amerika. Pag lumabas sa dugo niya na nagka-COVID siya.
Oy. Oo, ga. Kasi ang mga symptoms niya eh. Siguro, nung pina-x-ray mo siya, medyo maaga pa siguro yun. Kaya hindi nakita. No? Oo. Pero thank
Alam
God,
mo,
no? He
per
survived.
tama yung sinabi mo, kung hindi siya nakalipad, ay nako.
Naku lang, ga. Mababaliw ka.
Mm.
Anyway, ga, balik tayo sa showbiz. Ano ang pinaka-memorable mong movie na ginawa and role at bakit hindi mo makalimutan? At sino ang pinaka-close mong fellow actor na nakasama mo?
Most unforgettable movie for me is Goodbye America kasi ano siya in Hollywood film siya tas nag-audition kami. Ang pumasa kami ni Nanette Medved, Angel Aquino. And siya American crew. Tapos iba yung experience na parang wow, international film.
Oo, syempre ga, no? Ang galing naman.
And ang hindi ko makalimutan kasi yung nakatrabaho namin yung asawa ni Barbara Streisand, si Michael York.
Oh, wow.
Tapos mga Hollywoods, Michael York, James Brolin pala yung asawa ni
si James Brolin.
James Brolin. Yeah, he was there in the movie.
Wow, ang galing.
Kasama namin si James Brolin,
Ga, pogi
Michael
ba siya
York.
sa personal? Pogi?
Bait.
Ang bait.
Sobrang bait. Sobrang bait.
How blessed you are na na-meet mo siya. Ga, anong latest project mo? Lumalabas ka ba ngayon hanggang ngayon sa mga like teleserye o kaya yung mga MMK, magpakailanman? Lumalabas ka pa rin?
Kakatapos lang ng show namin, False Positive sa GMA with Sian Lim and Glyza nung sa gabi.
Okay.
And nag-taping ako kahapon ng Family Feud. Abangan po natin yan around July.
Anyway, Plangga, please give us your last message to your fans dito sa TLS, your message to the people.
Yes. Sa mga nanood po ng False Positive, marami pong salamat. Abangan niyo po ako sa Family Feud sa GMA and sa Lolong. And if you wanna say gusto niyo mag-goodbye sa derma facials, foundation, makeup, at kung ano-ano pang mga mamahaling treatments, visit niyo lang ang Facebook, Queen Alma Beautyderm, Para sa mga tiga Quezon City naman, you can visit the store in 59 Xavierville Avenue.
Okay.
Open daily except Sundays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. No need for the link. Just type Queen Alma
Okay.
Beauty Derm.
Oh.
Just type Queen Alma, lalabas
Lalabas na
siya
yon.
sa Facebook.
Oh, sige.
Yes.
I will never forget
Yes.
kasi Queen Alma Beauty Derm. Ayan. Naku langga, maraming salamat.
Especially, no, kung nagapangidaron ka na mga 50s, going to 60s, is that normal na nagkakasubuan ka? Is because siguro sa menopausal, BFF?
Ay ako yati kay nag-post menopausal na kuya, pero gabatsyag ka man gyapon, especially kung may mga trials gaabot sa life mo, normal malala.
Yes.
But there are times also nga you feel sad without any reason at all.
Yes.
Kapin pa ikaw, manugsulod ka na dira.
Actually, ako guro, hindi na ko perimenopausal. I am
Menopausal.
sa menopausal.
Yes.
So, ginabasa ko na tanan, gina-research ko tanan, anxiety and gulping
Gulping nga kasubo, kung wala rason.
normal, BFF.
Of course, so sa tananda nga nagalantaw sa aton, kung namasubuan ka mo, kapit pa sa edad nyo, 50 and up,
Yes.
maagyan nyo gid ang maagyan na namon. So normal, ina, hindi ka mo magpa-nervyos ha, makutan nyo bilang doktor nyo. Do something nga makat na dayon ang depresyon o ang
Yes.
kasubo.
Yes.
Like, if you like plants, mananong ka da,
Yes.
exercise ka, o patukar ka da sa music.
Okay.
Sa
Sila
utsaon,
kaya kanta, no?
Aparo-paro G! Aparo-paro G! Paro-parong bukid.
Okay. Ako, BFF, ko masubuan ko, dayon ko pangamuyo. Dayon ko pamakal panom, pang-arrange ang akong sinila garden. Ikaw pa man ko pagka-recently si Kino nagmasakit. How take it ko?
Yakino is my eldest son sa mga wala nakakilala. Twice kami gin-admit sa ospital siya. Kaga, hindi lang ko lang kayo ICU na siya gani. My way of coping up, always prayer. Kung wala akong kapangadi, siguro kasipa sa lata. Ihabak mo bata, mo masakit.
Yes.
No? Kaga, daw critical illness na sabihin mo mas. So ako, I really want to thank God nga kag Mama Mary, through my prayers, kag support man sa iyang manghod, support man sa tanan ko nga mga friends, kag tanan nga mga madre, kag pare, ang nagapangamuyo. Kung ikaw, BFF, you're always there for me. Di ara, survive na naman. Ako, I got sick also, di ba? You know
Yes.
that? After my bout with COVID, damo na ako ginabatsyag. BP here, BP there, nag-shoot up. So, tanan ini, party sa aton life, BFF.
Yes.
Never ko gid gina-allow ang self ko nga ma-fall into depression. Kay pagluhod ko kag maghibi kag mag-istorya kay Lord kag kay Mama Mary labog na etan.
Hope you have learned from our inputs, especially subong COVID times, ang depression, grabe gid mag-sink in. Sige lang, just pray and keep on being positive.
Yes, kay nga normal ang life, BFF nga may problema. Kasubok, boss, okay ka naman. Like wala the weather, maulan, mainit, normal lang sa pangabuhi ka, BFF.
Yes.
So kamo dira nga may mga gina-shoulder nga mga problema. Hindi ka mo mag-give up for as long as we pray.
Thank you. Magbalik
Bye.
ni. PFF, gusto ko lang i-share sa aton nga mga suki. Ang parte bala sining Camp Crame, kay not everyone ang nakasulod ka nakakita. Sa sulod sa Camp Crame, I know nakakadto ka na
Except ako.
Oh yes, you've been
Kalon,
doing
joke.
performances sa sulod mismo sa
Yes,
Camp Crame.
kapilagid.
Uh-huh.
And I want to thank General Sermonia for inviting me there. Ang my good friend, his wife, Cherry Pie Lino Sermonia.
BFF, I'll tour you around again.
Yes.
Sa sulod sa Camp Rafael
Okay.
Crame.
Okay, naidlaw na ko na.
Camp General Rafael T. Crame is the national headquarters of the Philippine National Police located along Epifanio de los Santos Avenue, EDSA, in Quezon City. Formerly the national headquarters of the Philippine Constabulary, Camp Crame is across EDSA from Camp Aguinaldo the national headquarters of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Join me as I tour you around Camp Crame.
This is the Philippine National Police Multipurpose Center, where most of the significant events of the Philippine National Police is being held.
Finally, trying the milk tea of takoyaki tea. So this one is Okinawa Classic. Ang sarap, hindi nakakaumay. Sarap. Must try. Ito naman ay caramel macchiato. Parang matitikman mo talaga yung coffee sa caramel macchiato. Perfect ka sa mga coffee lovers. Pero mas masarap yung Okinawa talaga. Sakura. Parang hindi ko sure kung strawberry yung flavor, pero ang sarap niya din. At parang mauubos mo siya kasi hindi siya nakakaumay. Must try takoyaki tea.
Choco milk tea, coffee jelly. Everybody goes to takoyaki. Gyoza karaage, okonomiyaki. Everybody goes to takoyaki. Takoyaki by Joel Cruz. Takoyaki, oishii desu. Takoyaki by Joel Cruz. You will love it. Takoyaki by Joel Cruz.
best friend. Sa ato naman segment nga persona, daw kampiyon na naman iga picture mo. Sino ini siya?
Isa ka bakulenya nga nag-join, nag-represent sang Pilipinas sa
Wow!
Mrs. Globe Classic.
Oh my goodness! I cannot wait to see this.
Ang lain si ni BFF, higa ko ni siya. Batch ko ni siya sa University of St. Lazare.
Wow! She must be very beautiful, ha?
Panahon na to, nang nga report sa aton nga persona. Abaculenia was chosen recently as third runner-up of Mrs. Globe Philippines Classic pageant recently held in Palm Springs, California, USA. Helen Mendoza Bishop, a special education teacher in Brisbane, Australia, represented the Philippines in this pageant, joined by married women ages 45 up. Helen is a graduate of education from the University of St. LaSalle in 1988 and is married to Simon Bishop, an Australian, of whom she has a daughter, Hayley. Helen felt that women after 50, a lot are feeling downhill, and she felt women can turn it around by helping other women in the world through WIN Foundation, the platform of Mrs. Globe pageant, especially for women who are escaping an abusive relationship. Helen also got the special award Best in Smile award, fitting as she represents the City of Smiles, Bacolod City. Isa ka persona nga na-inspire sa pagbulig sa isa ka lugar na nasakpan sa gihulngan sa Negros Oriental. Na ang kung ano ini nga inspirasyon, BFF, ang isa ka isolated na lugar nga wala gid kasapakan sang una, almost na complete na patindugan sang tanan nga mga facilities na kinahanglan sila.
Ay, sus. Isa ka philanthropist na?
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine, we started with the repair or the construction of the roads sa sila nga lugar.
Daw paktan ko na sino siya. Kaisa na siya sa pinakamaayong tao man diri sa kalibutan, kag kilala ko man check ko.
Updinin nyo kami sa sininaman nga panibagong nga episode sa atong persona,
Si Edgar C.
It all started with a viral image of a little girl crying hard because of the agony she has to undergo just to go to school in Sitio Laos, Negros Oriental. This triggered District 3850 Past District Governor Edgar C. to visit the place and see for himself the plight of the people of this sitio, especially the girl named Donami Bayoyos.
Paano ba siya? Yung pag-abot ko to, bigyan yung isang ginawa na yung paulan to. Yung paulan ng place sa lugar ni Ganumi. Ito na nakita ang nagkabugbagit na nakabot na sa lugar. And then, wala after pag-succeeding ng nagbalik, dali naging makit sa lugar sa baka. Pero kasi pag-saka, first ito yung saka, it took me more than 2 hours to arrive. Kaya hindi maging layo ang lugar. Sobrang ang oras na nakabot ko dito. Tungkol sa road condition lang. So, para sa akin, yung popular kasi ginoon na ipagkita ito niya yung sufferings ko sa mga tao. Kasi on that day, on the first day that ito ko ito, pumisaw sa lawas na bulikan ko sila. I went up na nakita ng istasyon sa laos. Subukan ko. Ang istasyon ng tumil nakita. Yung pag-meeting ng sumutawin. Pero na-realize na hindi na nila dapat ang baligan kung bata ng pamilya. The whole committee.
Ang challenges na mo sa sa Laos, sa project, grabe gina siya. Kaya ang dala, no? Number 1, ang kalayuon. Kiti ang pinaka oras na maabot kami na sa halin kami na 6 o'clock, abot kami na tungdaw 11 o'clock na, no? Ang dalan, grabe kanaway. Kusubong tungod sa generosity ni Gov Edgar. Ginpaamat-amat siya na sa nito. Kag submay-ara na siyang ginputang health center sa Subo. Amo na ang amon ng June 8 nga turnover. Kag ang amon pagit nga ginbutangan niya pag barangay hall kag baker. So ina ang mga gibuinas gina ang Laos kay tanan na provide ni Gov Edgar.
I really do not know. Maybe kasi na-delete na ang bullet. Pakita ko na hindi kailangan kasi especially sa kinahan. Pag-gawin may nag-talk ni source sa babaw. May source ng movie kung problema ng mga typings.
Subong,
Ara na ito.
kompleto na.
2019 na movie. 2019 na ara na ito.
May ara din ka, Gov, sa ano nga klase sa water system.
No, it's just spring water na some so na nagtidragon sa system tank. Ang system tank mo nang supply tubig sa eskwelahan.
Now, the Rotary Past District Governor and the Rotary Club of Bacolod has just finished the construction of the health center in Sitio Laos.
Data center kaya ako ina-focus is education. Data center ko and then put up sa barangay hall, kinang-bakal kinang ko. Then donated to the barangay, kinang-gunta ko sa buong nara sa buong data center na tindog ang barangay hall. And then sa Laos, gusto isang lugar sa bata. Naka-process naman sa Tendro. Nasa Tendro, almost a hectare property na din-donate sa barangay. Isa Godra, salamat mo kung may visit na donate na sa barangay, nagputap ng depress sa I think sa 6 class of building. Hindi na test the room. Hindi lagi din na eskwelahan para sa room. Kasi sa mga 1,000 steps going down. Siguro karang mas babong.
Wow, ka-relaxing with some sound, some flowing water.
It's so refreshing to the soul.
That's why another relaxing story ang amon igadulong sa inyo sa ating Around the Region.
Sa di naman ini BFF.
Kabalo-kabala nga may Disneyland sa Batangas.
Wow.
Lemonade Batangas.
Wow, I've been there long time ago, pero wala ko na aya kabalo nga may Disneyland dito.
Panahon nato ninyo na istorya BFF sa ating Around
The Region!
A lot of people called it the Disneyland of the Philippines. It is only quite recently that it grew popular. But is a matter of fact, Fantasy World has been there since 2001. Situated along Jokno Highway in Lemery, Batangas, Fantasy World is a medieval theme park that was once owned by a Japanese businessman. It was believed to have been abandoned due to low funding. It is now currently run and maintained by the Homeowners Association. If you are fond of fairy tales, stories of princes and princesses, and kings and queens, the place might leave you in awe of the view upon the entrance, where you are welcomed by 4 castle-like structures in a quadrangle. But there is so much more to Fantasy World than just castles. They have mini rides that I'm sure were once working. Aside from this, you will also find a maze garden and one of Fantasy World's popular features, the tree house. There are 2 tree houses connected by a hanging bridge. Climb at the top and you will be rewarded with the panoramic views of Taal volcano. A view that will make you feel like the ruler of the land. There are several options on how to get to Fantasy World depending on where you're coming from. There is the Nasugbu route and the Lipa route, but both has its own disadvantages and advantages.
TLS, true lifestyle for you and your family. Hindi mo naman gusto mag-tour, BFF sa aton around the globe. Gusto ko sa Australia na naman. Kaya amo nang damgo ko makakadto dira nga lugar. Wow! Hindi lang Australia, pero 3 gigabayan sa Australia. Ang ating nga. Yes, wow. Ito ka. Sabihin, Sydney, Perth, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Wow! Okay, let's watch this!
Australia is world famous for its natural wonders and wide open spaces, its beaches, deserts, the bush, and the outback. Australia is one of the world's most highly urbanized countries. It is well known for the attraction of its large cities such as Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Perth. Some unique Australian animals include koalas, and kangaroos. Sydney is a vibrant city known for its yacht-studded harbor, superb beaches, and the iconic Opera House. Sydney is Australia's biggest and most popular city. It's the financial hub of the country. Melbourne is the coastal capital of southeastern Australia's state of Victoria. Melbourne is known for being one of the most livable cities on earth. Brisbane, on the other hand, is the capital of Queensland. It is a large city on the Brisbane River. Brisbane is famous for koalas and home of world-famous Australia Zoo. Brisbane is the 7th safest city in the world, according to the bestcities.org. With Sydney as one of the most expensive cities in the world, and Melbourne not so far behind, Brisbane feels like a big, deep, sun-filled breath of fresh air. The cost of living, from transportation to accommodation to food, is much easier on the wallet.
If there's one thing in our midst, a sanctuary for the travelers, a second home you can call your own, the food and service at its best to make your stay an unforgettable one. Saltimbocca, a place closer to your heart, where everyone is a family and everyone is a friend. Saltimbocca Tourist Inn. For inquiries, call 433-3179.
Hi, I'm Jack Psycho. Welcome to Red Vine. Thank you for visiting our place. I hope you enjoyed this place. I call this my haven, my playground.
Wow.
I live here, and this is a God's gift to me. Yeah, this is really a beautiful place for everyone to heal, for everyone to be happy, and everybody's welcome to come and dine with us in our restaurant.
Okay, kindly tell us a brief story nga aging umpisahan mo ini. When did you start this? Ang location.
Well, for one, I decided to retire here. I've been really dreaming to live in the mountain. And I always pray for this, and God gave it to me. He gave this beautiful place to me, and I'm sharing it to everyone. Well, since I built it, we're on our 5th year now. But since we opened, this is like our 3rd year.
Kagkadamo ha, even celebrities, kakabto diri sa imo ha. Si amiga ko, tapos nakita ko sa isa ka picture mo, si Rica Peralejo. And I'm sure, damo-damo ang gusto ko magkadto diri kay, tourist attraction na ini eh. Kag kung if you love flowers, plants, mountains, river, this is the place for you to unwind, to relax. And again, ang mga food na pinaserve ninyo, ano ang sekreto behind the very delicious food that you're serving us? Nakakamamit,
Well,
Gid. Unique eh.
Thank you for that, but I don't even have a culinary background. It's just a gift again from God. They can call me to this number 0918-903-490.
Okay. Pwede mo sila ka-overnight diri or just for a day?
Well, we have Airbnb. We have a villa and just 2 bedrooms. We have an entrance fee of 200 pesos, but it's consumable in a restaurant.
Wow.
We don't allow bringing of food unless you rent our tea house. We have a tea house. It's good for small events like at the most 20 packs. There you're allowed to bring food.
Wow. So, mga friends ha, tandaan nyo ha, kung may mga bisita ka mo, especially coming from abroad, dalaan nyo diri, unwind, relax, very close to God because this is nature really.
My dream is to become a successful businessman someday, says 8-year-old Alejandro Martir, who was selling kakanin every day just to sustain the daily needs of his family. His mother is a sidewalk vendor and his father is sick. That's why he sells kakanin every day.
Nga, nagabaligya ka?
Nagulit kay mama, kay papa.
Kay si Papa?
Masakit, dito ang baga. Si mama, nagbantay mangod ko magapay.
He walks on the streets and knocks on every establishment from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Alejandro said his meager income could not sustain the daily needs of his family.
Ano ginahimo mo, Leandro? Ha? Ano ginalibot mo?
Saging, maliit,
Oo. Ti, ginaano mong kita mo? Ha? Ginaano ni mama mo? Bakalbugas. Nga nagabaligya ka. Anong rason?
Gulit kay mama, kay papa.
Anong obra ni mama kag papa mo?
Papa, nagmasakit.
Oo.
Mama, nagbantay mangod ko magapay.
Oo. Anong masakit ni papa mo?
Dito ang baga.
Alejandro's simple dream, makabakal lang sa sudan sa kada adlaw.
About BFF, you turned 61. Okay, isa, no? Ma-appreciate natin how beautiful ang kabuhi, ang life when we celebrate our birthday.
Totoo din ang BFF sa mga naagyan ko nga mga critical illnesses. Ika-20 ko na ni ko nga kabuhi, sobra pa sa kuring. Sa nadamo nga naagyan ko nga mga trials, problema, sicknesses, I'm still here. Kasi siguro may mission pag ko guro BFF. Di amo na nga gapasalamat gid ako sa mga Diyos. Kagidugangan niya pa ako isa pagikatuig sa akong nga kabuhi. And thank you Mama Mary kag I pray BFF nga tani dugangan pagid ni Lord so I can serve pagid more people kay for the glory of God, you know, the sick poor because I can relate sa ilang nga mga ginabatsyan. Kaya I'm always sick, di ba? So whenever I take care of this sick poor, kung magmasakit malako, madumduman ko gid nga, Lord, thank you for this mission that you have given me. Amo gali ini ang ginabatyag kung gamasakit ka. Kagkapin pa, BFF, kung halos wala ka ibayad sa ospital. But God provides. Anyway, this is the time to celebrate and thank God for another year. Yes. And praying for more years to serve God, BFF. Let's watch this.
more 30 years to come. God bless, good health, long life sa imong family. Thank you very much sa imong pagbulig sa imong sa mga lulos kag lulas diri. Ipangamuyo kay ginamon nga kabay tagaan ka sa Ginoo sang mga imong lawas kusog kag kabakot. Subong man ang imong panimalay. Ini tanan message sa mga lolos kag mga lolas. Thank you very much and God bless.
Walang hanggang pasasalamat sa'yo'y aming sasambitin. Maging sa huling sandali ng aming buhay, pasasalamat sa inyo'y walang hanggan.
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always with you. May the sun shine for you always till we meet again.
Hi everyone, mga palangga! I just would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making my very special day yesterday so happy. Sa tanan nga nag-greet, sa tanan nga nag-like, sa tanan nga nag-comment, nagtawag sa akon, and those who prayed, thank you so much and God bless us all. Ako naman sa mga close friends ko dira, hindi gid ka mo magsunggod kay daw bad gid kuya magdumdum sang mga birthdays. Maski ganing adlaw hindi ko kabalo kung Lunes, Martes, Miyerkules na asa kasakuon ko or maybe lipato na ko bala. So forgive me, it doesn't mean that I love you less. Because you are always in my daily prayers. Tanan ka mo nga mga friends ko, benefactors, your family, and all your businesses, ginapangadian ko gid. Ang pagpalangga ko, kag pagpasalamat ko sa inyo, hindi man matakos, ang Ginoo lang gid ang kabalo.
So kung birthday nyo, kagamatsyag nyo nalipat ko, remind me, so I can say a very special prayer for you. Thank you so much once again for making my day so bright. I love you. I thank God for all of you.
Salamat sa'yo, o Panginoon ko. Salamat sa'yo at sa pag-ibig mo. Kailan pa may di mapapantayan ang pagmamahal na sa'yo'y natagpuan. Salamat sa'yo sa lahat ng ito, bulaklak na kay ganda at sa angkin niyang bango, batis na kay linis, mga ibong kay rikit, buwan at bituin sa gabi nagniningning, kislap ng araw na nagsisilbing ilaw. Ang lahat ng ito, pati ng buhay ko, wala nang hihigit, wala nang dadakila pa, wala nang kasing ganda sa alay mong likha. Wala nang papantay, wala nang tutulad pa, Panginoon ko, dakila ka. Wala nang hihigit, wala nang dadakila pa, wala nang kasing ganda sa alay mong likha. Wala nang papantay, wala nang tutulad pa, Panginoon ko, dakila ka. Wala nang hihigit, wala nang dadakila pa, wala nang kasing ganda sa alay mong likha. Wala nang papantay, wala nang tutulad pa, Panginoon ko, dakila ka.
Ikaw, you know, BFF. Ako mahilig kita ko sa mga bulak again. Oh, me too. Nasadyahan kita ko. Kita ko naman is baby pink and white. Ang natawag nila nga alusinan. Mo ni? Yes.
Ako yun na niya, nagkakaprovide ko kapag sa mga ngalan sa mga bulak, except of course the roses, orchids, gumamelas. Hindi yan, hindi ko kilala. Pero basta natahuman ko sa tangan nga bulak.
You call this correct ba? Wala lang ako. But anyway, sa naman mamasadya nga episode ang among idulog sa inyo. Nagapasalamat din kami sa inyo tanan.
Sa padayon nyo nga pagsuporta sa among show diri sa
TLS Plus!
TLS, true lifestyle for you and your family. TLS, your true